love San Diego.
Oh, me too. I'm not leaving.
And the mayor actually just asked to go into stage 3. They made a request in San Diego to go into stage 3 of the recovery from coronavirus. They're like, everything's great down here. I know the rest of the city or the rest of the state is having issues in some spots, particularly Los Angeles, but he feels ready to rock and roll and push it to the next level.
I keep getting different different views, different news, different guidelines. So I'm just kind of like, I'm go out wearing a mask, doing, trying to follow the guidelines as possible, as much as possible, while still leading a relatively normal life.
Yeah, it's a weird time, right?
And the strange part to me is the great divide in terms of, for instance, my daughter loves to get bagels in the morning before school, so I still try to do that with her sometimes so she can feel like we're doing a normal school day even before she goes online. And the bagel shop says, like, face mask required. And people just walk in without them and give you dirty looks for wearing the mask. And it's just like, I'm just following the rules of the place. Like, I'm just like, this isn't some war of politics here. I'm just following what they're asking me to do.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's really, it's like they're making a stand by not. I'm like, okay, well, it's the same theory as no shirt, no shoes, no shirt, no service. Like,
except your stinky feet doesn't get someone sick. You know what I mean? It's a little different. It's a fucking weird time, and it's a weird time politically. It seems like the coronavirus is a line in the sand politically.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a strange time, and like I said, I'm just doing my best to follow the guidelines, the experts, and still try to maintain a semblance of normalcy for my family, so that we feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, we all feel that way. Yeah, it's just California in particular is a very restrictive state when it comes to the recovery, and maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. We really won't know for months,
Yeah, exactly.
Until all the dust settles.
I'm still like, there are certain appearances and events and things that have been so-called postponed. Some are very optimistic, where they think, well, okay, we're going to do it in July. I'm like, you think so? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
or
know.
August, or well, we're going to push it back, and it's just I just don't know what to believe. And I got a schedule for doing some promotional stuff for our video game coming out in September, and it's like, okay, August, going to Europe. Like, are you sure? I don't know. Are we going to be let in? Am I going to have to wait in quarantine for 2 weeks when I land? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have a bunch of dates. I've got one in July in Vegas, and then I've got a bunch in New Orleans. I got one in New Orleans and one in Nashville with Chappelle, and we're just like, hopefully it happens.
Yeah.
But it's like September 4th and 5th. Like, really? I mean, maybe. I never thought this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd be sitting around in May going, there's no way we're going to be open in August. I
Right.
thought it was just going to be, we close down for a month, we take this financial hit, but, the virus settles down, everybody can get back to work, we get testing or whatever takes place, some sort of therapeutic, relief, something where it comes along, some sort of a treatment.
No,
not yet.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a
I
weird
remember
time.
when a couple of my events got canceled, and I was in shock then.
Right.
And now I'm more in shock that they're trying to reschedule.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how quickly you get used to this new normal too.
Right.
Like now when I watch movies, people are hugging and handshaking. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had I'm gonna be in this commercial. I mean, I don't know if they want me to say what it is or whatever, but they had to delay it because they're just like, yeah, it's not the right time to put that one out. But we know we didn't shoot it.
right. Right. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
We didn't shoot it yesterday.
That's so weird. Like the perception, like just the appearance of.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I understand everyone's got to be careful and whatever. I was just super excited to be in it. So I was like, no, but they're going to put it out there.
Statistically, at least, San Diego seems to have taken it much better than Los Angeles did in terms of like fatalities. And one of the superintendents was a supervisor or superintendent said that there's only 6 deaths that can be directly attributed to nothing but coronavirus. and everything else had people with underlying causes, which is pretty extraordinary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if he's right, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, he's a conservative
It's so
fellow.
hard to know what to believe, too.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. When you, like, San Diego is a really healthy place. Like, every time I'm down there, like, Pacific Beachway, like people are always running and biking. It's like...
Yeah, especially North County.
Outdoorsy.
Yeah.
I would imagine just that alone would lend itself to people having stronger immune systems.
I would hope so. But like I said, it still feels like a great divide, even there.
Really?
Yeah, where people, you know, when they opened the beaches, and then there was only one beach in our area open, and it was like spring break, just nuts.
Yeah.
And then, you know, people are frustrated with each other. What are you doing? You know, you're putting everyone at risk, and it was a mess. And then they're like, all right, now it's closed down for good. And then everyone just goes up to Newport or wherever they can, and then got more crowded there, and it was a mess.
Well, the beaches are pretty open now, right? Isn't that the new thing?
You can go surfing, but you can't park on the beach.
That's so stupid.
Which is very challenging, but hey, at least for surfing.
But that's so dumb. Why can't you park there if you're allowed to surf?
I don't know.
Like, what's happening to people when they park? It's like some of these rules are so arbitrary.
Yeah, and you never know what is the rule now. It changes day by day, but it does feel like there's definitely a slow opening happening.